हरिः ओम् नमः सर्वेभ्यः। अद्य कृदन्तप्रकरणस्य 91तमः पाठः। अस्मिन् वर्गे भूताधिकारे कानच् तथा क्वसु प्रत्ययोः प्रयोगः कथं भवति अस्मिन् विषये अध्ययनं करिष्यामः। प्रारम्भे वन्दनम्। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। मुनित्रयं नमस्कृत्य तदुक्तिः परिभाव्य च वैयाकरणसिद्धान्तकौमुदीयं विरच्यते। सिद्धान्तकौमुद्याः अस्य कृदन्तवर्गस्य पञ्चप्रयोजनानाम् एकवारं पुनस्मारणम्। सिद्धान्तकौमुद्याः कृदन्तप्रकरणस्य सर्वेषां सूत्राणां विस्तारेण अध्ययनं, यत्र आवश्यकं तत्र अन्येषां व्याख्यानानां साहाय्येन शास्त्राध्ययनं, सर्वेभ्यः धातुभ्यः यथा योग्यं कृत् प्रत्यययोजनं, कृत् प्रत्ययपरे रूपनिर्माणप्रक्रियायाः अभ्यासः, तथा च अष्टाध्याय्याः तृतीयाध्यायस्य कण्ठस्थीकरणम्। इदानीं भूताधिकारस्य अध्ययनं चतुर्थस्य करपत्रस्य अध्ययनं प्रचलत् अस्ति। तत्र बहुषु वर्गेषु गतेषु वर्गेषु निष्ठा इति सूत्रं स्वीकृत्य निष्ठा प्रत्ययोः प्रक्रियायाः सम्पूर्णरूपेण सूत्राणाम् आधारेण अध्ययनं कृतम्। अद्य अग्रे सरामः। तत्र भूताधिकारे निष्ठा सूत्रादनन्तरं विद्यमानं सूत्रद्वयं सुयजोर् तथा च जीर्यते रतृन इति सूत्रद्वयं पूर्वमेव अस्माभिः अधीतमस्ति निष्ठा प्रत्ययोः अध्ययनात् पूर्वम्। अतः अद्य अग्रे सरामः। अद्य पञ्च सूत्राणि अस्मिन् प्रकरणे अवशिष्टानि सन्ति। एकवारं पठामि। छन्दसि लिट्, लिटक्कानज्वा, क्वसुश्च, भाषायां सदवसश्रुवः, उपेयवाननाश्वाननूचानश्च। एतानि पञ्चसूत्राणि कानच् तथा क्वसु प्रत्ययोः विधानं कुर्वन्ति। अद्यतनवर्गे एतयोः प्रत्ययोः सामान्यम् अध्ययनं कृत्वा श्वस्तनवर्गे एतेषां सर्वेषां सूत्राणां व्याख्यानानाम् आधारेण अध्ययनं करिष्यामहे। अद्यापि सूत्राणि पठामः, परन्तु केवलं सूत्राणाम् एकवाक्येन नो चेत् लघु अर्थः कः तदेव दृष्ट्वा अद्य तत्रैव विरमामः। श्वः तु व्याख्यानानाम् आधारेण एतेषां सर्वेषां सूत्राणाम् अध्ययनं करिष्यामहे। अत्र काचित् पीठिका आदौ ज्ञातव्या। तत्र भूताधिकारः इत्यस्य अध्ययनम् इदानीं प्रचलत् अस्ति। तत्र भूताधिकारे यथा कृत् प्रत्ययाः पाठ्यन्ते तथा लकार प्रत्ययाः अपि कृदन्तप्रकरणे एव पाठ्यन्ते। किमर्थं? सर्वे लकार प्रत्ययाः अपि कृत् संज्ञकाः एव सन्ति। यत्र तिप् तस् झि एते आदेशाः भवन्ति तदा तेषां कृत् संज्ञा तत्र विनश्यति, अग्रे पुनः तिङ् संज्ञा आगच्छति, परन्तु मूलरूपेण सर्वे लकाराः कृत् संज्ञकाः एव। अतः कृदन्तप्रकरणे अन्येषां कृत् प्रत्ययानां यत्र विधानं क्रियते तत्रैव एतेषाम् अपि विधानं कृतम् अस्ति। अत एव अत्र चतुर्थे करपत्रे पुनरेकवारं पश्यामश्चेत् 32109 इत्यत्र उपेयवाननाश्वाननूचानश्च इत्यस्मात् अनन्तरं 32110 इत्यस्मात् अग्रे 32112 प्रायः सम् 12-13 सूत्रास्। एतेषु सूत्रेषु लकार प्रत्ययाः प्रोक्ताः सन्ति। सो भाषायां सदवसश्रुवः, उपेयवाननाश्वाननूचानश्च, लुङ्, अनद्यतने लङ्, अभिज्ञावचने लृट्, न यदि, विभाषा साकांक्षे, परोक्षे लिट्, हशश्वतोर्लङ् च, प्रश्ने चासन्नकाले लट्स् में, अपरोक्षे च, ननौ पृष्ठप्रतिवचने नन्वोर् विभाषा एंड पुरिलुङ् चास्मे। तस्मादनन्तरं वर्तमाने लट् इति अग्रिमं करपत्रं प्रारभते। So there are some 10-15 sutras, there are some 10-15 sutras in the Bhutadhikara towards the end. येषाम् अध्ययनं कृदन्तप्रकरणे न भवति। लकार प्रत्ययानां नो चेत् तिङन्तस्य वर्गे एतेषाम् अध्ययनं भवति, परन्तु एतेषां लकार प्रत्ययानां विशेषरूपेण भूताधिकारे ये लकार प्रत्ययाः पाठिताः सन्ति एतेषां विषये आदौ काचित् पीठिका अस्माभिः द्रष्टव्या, यतः तस्याः आधारेण एव अत्र कानच् तथा क्वसु प्रत्ययोः अद्य अध्ययनं सरली भवति। अतः भूतकालस्य निर्देशार्थं संस्कृतव्याकरणे के लकार प्रत्ययाः प्रयुज्यन्ते इति पृच्छामश्चेत् प्रायः सर्वैः ज्ञायते। तत्र आहत्य त्रय भेदाः सन्ति, प्रत्येकं भेदम् अनुसृत्य तत्र एकः लकार प्रत्ययः प्रयुज्यते। तत्र सामान्यभूतकालः इत्युक्ते जनरलाइज्ड कैच ऑल उत्सर्गरूपेण यः भूतकालः तत्र अस्ति तस्य निर्देशार्थं संस्कृते लुङ् लकारस्य प्रत्ययः भवन्ति। So the way Panini defines it, he gives a general pratyaya for general lakara for the bhutakala, which is the lung lakara. So the first lakara that we learn for the bhutakala is the lung lakara, the catch all or all encompassing lakara. And then as exceptions to lung lakara has been told in certain cases, and then lit lakara has been told in certain cases. So सामान्य भूतकालस्य निर्देशार्थं लुङ् लकारः तत्र प्रयुज्यते। यथा रामः अपाठीत् इत्युक्ते रामः पठनं कृतवान्, रामेण भूतकाले पठनक्रिया कृता इत्येव अस्य आशयः। लुङ् lakar, even though its forms are little complex or probably quite complex and therefore not used or not seen in the language today, lung lakara is actually the most prominently occurring lakara in the literature. So if you look at the literature, the amount of forms that you see for lung lakara are significantly higher than the lung lakara. In fact, it is lung lakara and lit lakara, both of them are predominantly observed, and lung lakara pratyaya forms are not, that frequently seen. परंतु अद्यतनकाले भाषायाः सुलभीकरणं वर्तमानम् अस्ति। तत्र केचन विशेष प्रयत्नाः सन्ति। एतेषां सर्वेषां कारणेन इति वदामः लङ् लकारः सामान्यरूपेण अद्य प्रयुक्तः दृश्यते। नो चेत् लङ् लकारस्य स्थाने क्त क्तवतु एतौ प्रत्ययौ तयोः अपि प्रयोगः कृतः दृश्यते। So somebody is asking a question, can we say ktavatu pratyaya is equivalent to lung lakara? So one can say that the meaning expressed by the ktavatu pratyaya or kta pratyaya is equivalent to a lung lakara. Why? Because ktavatu pratyaya also captures the general sense of bhuta as against the anadyatana or anadyatana paroksha. So we can say that lung lakar and ktavatu pratyaya, for example, or a karmani lung or a bhavi lung and a kta pratyaya, they are kind of equivalent. And therefore, while I was discussing the vritti of kta and ktavatu, I explicitly said that as much as possible write the vritti for the lung lakara. But if you're not familiar with the forms of lung lakara, you can write the vritti for lung lakara also. तत्र किमस्ति लङ् लकारः विशेषरूपेण प्रयुज्यते इत्यस्य कः अर्थः? अनद्यतनभूतः इति तत्र अंशः विशेषरूपेण उपस्थितः अस्ति। So लङ् लकार like अपठत्, अभवत्, agachat, all these forms should be used when the bhutakala kriya happens yesterday or before. Anadyatana, adyatana nasti, anadyatana asti, tatra lang lakarah bhavati. Now it is very important to understand that you don't need a qualifier in your sentence like yesterday, yaha, gatamase, gatavarshe. Even if you do not have any such extra qualifiers in your sentence, merely saying Ramaha apathat is definitely correct because it inherently captures the meaning of anadyatana. So Ramaha apathat ityukte kaha arthaha? Ramena anadyatana bhute pathan kriya krita. Prayaha yaha kriya krita. No chet पूर्वस्मिन् मासे, नो चेत् पूर्वस्मिन् सप्ताहे, नो चेत् पूर्वस्मिन् वर्षे, परन्तु अद्य इयं क्रिया न अभवत्, न अभूत् इति अत्र आशयः। अतः रामः अपठत् इत्यत्र अनद्यतनभूतः प्रयुज्यते। अतः अत्र लङ्लकारस्य प्रयोगः अस्ति। एवमेव अनद्यतनः परोक्षः भूतः अस्ति। इट्स बिहाइंड योर द स्पीकर्स आईज. So somebody is speaking and he says that Rama studied or Ram went to the jungle and I did not see it. So when you want to talk about a case where it's behind your eyes, akshnaha paraha parokshaha and anadyatana. So it has to be behind your eyes or not in front of you and yesterday or others. So eteshu sarveshu sthitishu etasu sarvasu sthitishu avasthasu va lit lakaraha bhavati. रामः पपाठ इत्युक्ते रामेण अद्यतन भूतकाल अनद्यतन भूतकाले, not today but yesterday, अनद्यतन भूतकाले वक्तुः अक्ष्णः परं पठनक्रिया कृता इति अत्र आशयः. So then you have samanya bhuta, which is a catch all. So that's a general definition, and you have two specialized definitions of anadyatana bhuta and anadyatana paroksha bhuta. Now, why I gave all this background? Atra adyatana varge samanya bhutasya vishe kinchit adhikam chintanam kurmah. So we will keep the anadyatana bhuta and anadyatana paroksha bhuta aside. This discussion probably needs to be in a much more detailed manner, but when it comes to the lakara pratyayas, in our course, in the course of Krudanta Prakaranam, we do not need to go into further details of these three divisions. Parantu atra adya samanya bhutakalasya vishaye अस्मिन् सन्दर्भे किञ्चित् अधिकं वक्तव्यमस्ति, अतः इदानीं सामान्य भूतकालस्य इदानीं चर्चां कुर्मः. So let's quickly revise what we studied. सामान्य भूतकालस्य कृते लुङ् लकारः तत्र प्रयुज्यते. The default lakara or the default catch-all is लुङ् lakara. So रामः अपाठीत् इत्युक्ते रामेण भूते पठनक्रिया कृता. प्रायः अद्य प्रातःकाले भवेत्, नो चेत् ह्यः भवेत्, नो चेत् गतवर्षे भवेत्. कुत्रापि भूतकाले इयं रामेण क्रिया कृता. तत्र लुङ् लकारेण भाषायाम् इत्युक्ते लौकिकसंस्कृते, तत्र वैदिकसंस्कृते अपि तत्र लुङ् लकारेण निर्देशः भवति. इदानीं कः विशेषः? वेदस्य चिन्तनं कुर्मः, किञ्चित् वेदानां चिन्तनं कुर्मः, छन्दसः किञ्चित् चिन्तनं कुर्मः. तत्र क्षम्यतां, तत्र वेदेषु सामान्यभूतकालस्य निर्देशार्थं लिट् लकारः अपि प्रयुज्यते. So in the Vedas, you can also have the lit lakara representing samanya bhuta. Understand this. The general usage of lit lakara is only anadyatana paroksha bhuta, not samanya bhuta. But in the Vedas, you can see the usage of lit lakara even to represent samanya bhuta. So this is a line from Yajurveda. Aham suryam ubhayataha dadarsha. Maya adyaiva pratak kale surya darshanam krutam. From both sides, rising and whatever, setting down. So in the night, probably he is talking. I saw the sun from rising and setting, both the states I saw. Aham suryam ubhayatah dadarsha iti atra kashchana prayogaha yajurvede drishyate. Atra dadarsha iti lit lakarasya rupam asti. Ayam samanya bhutakalasya prayogaha. Because when you say akshanaha paraha, this aham dadarsha does not make any sense to be on a same ground. If it is behind the eyes of the speaker, then how can you say I saw? So as soon as you say I saw and you are using the form of a lit lakara, typically it will mean samanya bhuta. Thankfully, it is in the Vedas, which is also guaranteed by the sutras. The sutras, the first sutra itself, the Chandasi litter, this sutra itself, in our list of sutras, the very first sutra over here, Chandasi litter, अनेनैव सूत्रेण किमुच्यते? सामान्य भूतकालस्य निर्देशार्थं छन्दसि वेदेषु लिट् इति लकारः प्रयुज्यते. Now, having said that, वेदेषु अस्य सामान्य भूते प्रयुक्तस्य लिट् लकारस्य अग्रे विकल्पेन आदेशाः अपि भवितुम् अर्हन्ति. तत्र, so that's the छन्दसि लिट् सूत्रम. तत्र अग्रे लिट् लकारस्य वैकल्पिकौ आदेशौ भवितुम् अर्हतः. तौ आदेशौ कानच् तथा क्वसु अग्रिमयोः सूत्रयोः दीयते. लिटः कानच् वा नो चेत् क्वसुश्च. So we have three very beautifully arranged sutras. Chandasi lit will tell us that the lit lakar is seen in the Vedas and it is seen in the Samanya Bhuta. How do I know it is Samanya Bhuta? Because it does not have a qualifier. I mean, Samanya Bhuta is default. All these pratyas that you see over here, Ranini, Kvipa, Kwanipa, all these are Samanya Bhuta. Samanya is the normal Bhuta without any additional qualifiers. So, because there are no qualifiers like Anabhyatana or Paroksha or whatever, this means that lit lakar is used in the Vedas to indicate the Samanya Bhuta. In addition, litaha kanach va kvasuscha. Lit lakarasya vedeshu kanach tatha kvasu etau adeshau vikalpena bhavatah. So all these sutras are in the gray background. Remember our convention. Sutras in the gray background are in the Vaidika context. So what we are talking right now is purely in the Vaidika context, not in the Bhasha. That's why there is an explicit word over here, bhashayam lung lakarah, vedeshu lit lakarah api छंदसी लिट इति सूत्रम अस्य लिट लकारस्य वैकल्पिक आदेशद्वयम् कानच् इति प्रथमः आदेशः तस्य सूत्रं लिटक् कानच् वा क्वसु इति द्वितीयः आदेशः तस्य सूत्रं क्वसुश्च इति। अत्र उदाहरणद्वयमपि उक्तमस्ति यजुर्वेदे एव सोमं सुषुवाणः इति अत्र दृश्यते। Whenever it's a context of Vedas, we always say drishyate. We cannot see form bhavati. Bhavati is not, cannot make any sense in the Vedas. It's drishyate. It's already there. So sushuvanaha, sunoti iti dhatuhu tasya kanach pratyanta rupam asti sushuvanaha. Kvasu somam papivan. Papivan pa iti dhatuhu papivan pibati iti arthaha pa pibati iti dhatuhu tasya papivan iti atra Kanach pratyanta rupam bhavati. Both of these are krudantas and therefore they are pratipadikas. So what they have seen is the prathama ekvachanam rupam. So sushuvana, tasya prathama ekvachanam sushuvanaha, and then you have papivas, tasya prathama ekvachanam papivan. So atra papivan tatha sushumanaha iti kanach tatha kosu pratyanta rupani santi. Now, obviously, there is a question. Multiple people have asked this question. Kimartham etani sutrani prathak rupena dattani? Apt question. And if you are asking this question, you are perfectly on the right track because these are the questions that we should ask when we are looking at the sutras. So, why have litakkanajva and kwasuscha as separate sutras? And whenever you get this question, always remember there is a stock answer to this particular question. Anytime you get a question, kimartham sutra dvayam krutamasti? Why is a split? The default answer over there is that the second of the sutras comes as an anuvrutti going ahead. So if he combines both the sutras, then it will be not clear what goes as an anuvrutti. So whenever you have whenever you see two sutras unnecessarily broken down or one sutra unnecessarily broken down, it by default is because of the anuvrutti. Ataha atra kaha nirnayaha? क्वसुश्च इति सूत्रस्य अनुवृत्तिः अग्रिमसूत्रे भवति भाषायां सदवसश्रुवः. This particular immediately next sutra only has an anuvritti of kwasu and not of kanach. So litakkanajva तथा क्वसुश्च इत्यत्र क्वसुश्च इत्यस्य अनुवृत्तिः भाषायां सदवसश्रुवः इत्यत्र भवति. Now obviously I know there is a and the question has come. So I knew somebody was going to ask this. So there are many sutras where only a few words from the sutra go ahead as an anuvritti. That is unfortunately correct. There are situations where a few words from the previous sutra come as an anuvritti and then there is no explanation. We just say vichitra sutrakarasya kritihi. But the standard reason wherever he requires such a yoga vibhaga is because he would like to take an entry going ahead. There is also another reason why he would prefer writing a single sutram instead of breaking it into two sutras. If a single sutram represent a complete context, breaking that sutra might not even be possible. So for example, if in a sutra he says that such a pratyaya happens and such an agama happens. Now both of these things are tied together. When the pratyaya happens, that certain agama will happen. And in the next sutra, it is only the pratyaya that is to be carried ahead, not the agama. Then he cannot break the previous sutra. He has to give the previous sutra as pratyaya and agama together and then only copy the partial stuff from that sutra to the next sutra. But in a case like this, where he is giving completely two different pratyayas, they don't have relationship with each other. Whether kanach happens and whether kwasu happens are completely different, and therefore he just combines instead of combining them, he keeps them together, he keeps them separate. So have litakkanajva and kwasuscha. And then somebody is asking, why is a chakara present over here? It is to indicate that this kwasu is also a adesha for lita. So litaha sthane kanaj vikalpena bhavati, kwasuhu api litaha sthane vikalpena bhavati. So that cha brings all the context from the previous sutra. Because otherwise one might be confused, right? That kwasu, is it a separate pratyaya like a nishtha or like say da or like say kwanir? So the answer is no. It is the lit lakar which is getting transformed to kwasu. It is not a separate pratyaya. I mean, of course, it is a separate pratyaya, but it is not a stand-alone pratyaya. It is a lit lakar which is getting transformed into kwasu. So he says kwasuhu cha, litaha kanachva kwasuhu cha. There is a few more questions. So is litaha coming to the next sutra or va coming to the next sutra? Both of them are coming to the next sutra. So kwasuhu cha. So I'll read the sutras. Litaha sthane kanach adeshah vikalpena bhavati. क्वसुः आदेशः अपि लिटः स्थाने एव विकल्पेन भवति इति अत्र आशयः. So it is not lit to kanach to kwasu. Kanach is not getting converted to kwasu. You can see the diagram. You have lit and there is a bifurcation. Either there could be a kanach adesha or there could be a kwasu adesha. How do we know that kwasu is coming as an anuvritti? So somebody is asking, how do I know that only kwasu is coming as an anuvritti for bhashayam sadavasa shruvaha? I will explain that. You will yourself realize that in like 2 minutes. But anyway, the only reason is, or am I mistaken over there? Let me quickly. भाषायां विषये वाक् वसु आदेशो भवति. So first of all, व्याख्यानतो विशेष प्रतिपत्तिः. So सद वस श्रु इत्येतेभ्यः परस्य लिटि भाषायां विषये वाक् वसु आदेशः भवति. स्पष्टरूपेण अत्र व्याख्याने एव उक्तमस्ति. अतः व्याख्यानतो विशेष प्रतिपत्तिः. That is one answer. Second answer is that the reason why he split kanachva and kwasu, as somebody asked, why would he split? Why would not he say lita kanach kwasu? So like taktavatu nishtha, he combines kta and tavatu. Why not combine kanach and kwasu? So the yoga vibhaga over there is clearly to indicate the anuvritti. Now obviously, if he wanted the anuvritti of kanach, it would have been more apt to put kwasu first and then kanach. So then because he puts kanach first and kwasu, therefore there is an anuvritti of kwasu. So these are some of the observations. There is yet another reason. I'll explain it a little bit later, after which you will realize immediately that kwasu is the only possible anuvritti over here. Kanach is not an anuvritti over here. Okay, so I think I have answered most of the questions over here. So there is another comment I can take, that is this sutra splitting usually for Laghavam? I wouldn't think so. Sutra splitting is not typically for Laghavam. It is mostly for anuvrittis, because if it would have been Laghavam, it could have been combining the sutras. And when it's a choice of whether to combine the sutras and whether to keep it separate, I don't see a particular pattern followed. It's basically mostly for the anuvrittis. Okay, so that's basic discussion, and all understand this. All this is in the context of the Vedas. Nothing is happening in the language, in the bhasha, in the laukika samskritam. So bhashayam tu lunglakaraha eva bhavati samanya bhutasya nirdeshartham vedeshu litlakaraha chandase lit tasya vaikalpikaha adeshaha. So we have three choices. We can have a lit lakara, or we can have a kanach pratyaya, or we can have a kwasu pratyaya. Three choices are there. So that was the summary of Chandasi. Look at the title of the slide. Chandasi samanya bhutakala nirdeshaha. Idanim bhashayam kim bhavati tat pashyamah. So let's quickly revise. We are talking still about samanya bhutakalaha. Bhashayam tu lunglakarenaiva tatra nirdesha bhavati. Now we have moved to the laukika samskritam, away from the Vaidika samskritam. So bhashayam tu lunglakarenaiva nirdesha bhavati. Kinchit bhinnam udaharanam atta dattamasti. Ramaha anvavasit. Anu plus vasa ityasya lunglakarasya idam rupam. Ramaha anvavasit ityatra Ramaha anushitavan vasanam krutavan tatra vasam krutavan iti atra ashayaha. So that's same as what we have discussed on the previous slide. Now comes something interesting. There are exactly three dhatus. The immediate next sutra, bhashayam sadavasa shruvaha. So exactly three dhatus: sada dhatu, vasa dhatu, and shru dhatu. It's written over here. For these three dhatus, even the laukika samskritam bhasha gets the kwasu pratyaya. So kwasu, which was given by the previous sutra only in the Vaidika context, atra agrima sutrena trayanam dhatunam vishaye sadavasa shru ityesham vishaye kwasu pratyaya drishyate. Kidrishaha drishyate, same thing. तत्र प्रथमं लिट् लकारः भवति, तदनन्तरं च तस्य क्वसु आदेशः भवति. So understand this. The previous sutras that we were talking, litah, kanachva and kwasushcha, are for all the dhatus. So all the means whatever is seen in the Vedas. You cannot create your own forms. Parantu tatra restriction nasti. Vedeshu भिन्नेभ्यः धातुभ्यः तत्र कानच् प्रत्ययः क्वसु प्रत्ययः उभयोः प्रयोगः कृतः दृश्यते. परन्तु भाषायां किं भवति इति चिन्तनं कुर्मश्चेत् तत्र त्रयः एव धातवः सद वस तथा श्रु एतेषां त्रयाणां धातूनां विषये तत्र भाषायां क्वसु प्रत्ययः भवति. नो क्वसु इज नेवर कमिंग एज अ स्टैंड अलोन प्रत्यय. इट इज ऑलवेज कमिंग एज एन आदेश टू लिट् लकार. सो अंडरस्टैंड दिस. सद वस श्रु इत्येतेषां विषये इफ यू वांट टू ब्रिंग अ क्वसु प्रत्यय फर्स्ट यू हैव टू ब्रिंग द लिट् लकार. सो सामान्य भूतकालस्य निर्देशार्थं लिट् लकारः अपि दृश्यते. अस्य लिट् लकारस्य क्वसु आदेशः नित्यं भवति. So in the bhasha, in the language, you don't have a choice. If you want to, or if you create the lit lakara, if you use the lit lakara, that lit lakara must be immediately converted to kwasu. Why is this a compulsion? Because eventually we want kwasu. The only anuvrutti is that of kwasu. So kwasuscha ityasya anuvrutti bhavati. भाषायां सदवस श्रुवः सदवस तथा श्रु इत्येतेषां विषये क्वसु आदेशः भवति. नो चेत् यू कैन टेक द अनुवृत्ति ऑफ लिट् आल्सो. लिटः क्वसु च लिट् लकारः भवति, तस्य क्वसुः इति नित्यम् आदेशः भवति. सो अंडरस्टैंड द डिफरेंस. व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट सामान्य भूतकाल in the Vedas, there is a lit lakara which can optionally be converted to kanach and kwasu. When it comes to the Laukika Sanskritam, only three dhatus, sada, vasa and shru, etesham vishaye lit lakaraha, tasya nityam kasu adeshaha. So Ramaha anushivan, not anushitavan, anushivan, vasu pratyasya rupam asti. So anu plus vasa plus kwasu. We are going to learn the prakriya in tomorrow's class. Very beautiful prakriya. अनुशिवान इति अत्र रूपं सिद्ध्यति. सो अनुशिवान इत्यर्थे अनुश्रितवान इति अत्र आशयः. भाषायां सदवस श्रुवः इति अत्र अन्तिमं रूपम् इति अत्र सूत्रम्. So that's basically these four important sutras in the list. भाषा छन्दसि लिट् लिटक्कानच्वा क्वसुश्च भाषायां सदवस श्रुवः. And the last sutram itself is, as you can see, it's a yellow color. Yellow color is nipatanam. So it's a nipatana. Three kwasu pratyanta words in the bhasha are given as nipatanas. So upeyivan, anashvan, and anuchana. So first two are kwasu pratyanta and third one is kanach pratyanta. Upeyivan and anashvan are kwasu pratyanta words, and the third one anuchana is the kanach pratyanta word. They are being given as nipatanas. So that's basically the summary of these 5 sutras. As I mentioned, we will learn a quick one-line meaning of these sutras in today's class. Etesham vyakhyanam tu shvastana varge pashyamah. Atah kinchit ekavakyena etesham sarvesham sutranam artham pashyamah. Prarambhe chandasi lit. तत्र वेदेषु सामान्य भूतकालस्य निर्देशार्थं सर्वेभ्यः धातुभ्यः लिट् लकारस्य प्रत्ययाः भवन्ति. अग्रिमं सूत्रं लिटः कानच्वा. अस्य लिट् लकारस्य वेदेषु, पूर्णरूपेण वदामि, वेदेषु सामान्य भूतकालस्य निर्देशार्थं यः लिट् लकारः प्रयुज्यते तस्य विकल्पेन कानच् आदेशः भवति. तृतीयं सूत्रं क्वसुश्च. सेम कॉन्टेक्स्ट. भाषायां सामान्य भूतकालस्य निर्देशार्थं यः लिट् लकारः प्रयुज्यते तस्य विकल्पेन क्वसु आदेशः भवति. So we have lit lakar or kvasu or kanach. And understand, all these three are optional because when it comes to samanya bhuta, the default is lung lakar. So that is anyway coming. So we have actually 4 options. We have a lung lakar, which is actual lakar that is expected for a samanya bhuta. And then 3 of them coming only in the Veda context, the lit lakara, the kwasu pratyaya and the kanach pratyaya. Agrimam sutram asti bhashayam sadavasa shruvaha तत्र भाषायां लौकिकसंस्कृते सद वस श्रु इत्येतेभ्यः धातुभ्यः सामान्यभूतकालस्य निर्देशार्थं लिट् लकारः तस्य च नित्यं क्वसु आदेशः भवति. So for all other dhatus you don't have a choice, it is only lung lakar. For these three dhatus it is either lung lakar or it is kwasu. You don't have a middle choice of lit lakar because lit lakar compulsorily gets converted to kwasu. So tasya nityam kwasu adesha bhavati. Tatashantimam sutram upeivan anashvan anuchanascha bhashayam upeyivas. So upeyivan iti prathama ekvachanam, upeyivas iti tatra pratipadikam. So like shreyas becomes shreyan. So upeyivas, anashvas. Etau kwasu pratyayanta shabdau तथा च अनूचान इति कानच् प्रत्ययन्त शब्दः निपात्यते इति अत्र एतेषां सर्वेषां सूत्राणाम् एकवाक्येन आशयः. So in today their homework there is a question of writing one line meaning of all these sutras. So the answer is right there in front of you on the slide. Let's take a detailed look at the kanach and the kwasu pratyayas as such, as a standalone pratyayas, because we are studying krudanta prakaranam. And what is our point of interest? Our point of interest is the krut pratyayas. So lit lakar is not our point of interest. When lit lakar gets converted to kanach or kwasu, that's where our focus is. So idanim kanach tata kwasu pratyayoho kinchit paricayam prapnumah. Somebody is asking, can you give examples of all these? Yes, not just examples. I am going to derive all these up tomorrow's class. So as I mentioned, there is a lot of Shastra to be discussed for these sutras. We will do all the commentaries discussion along with home prakriyas and all other examples tomorrow. Today, there is much other type of background that I want to build. So today's class is mainly about building the background that will be used for tomorrow. So tatra kanach tatha kwasu pratyayoho kinchit परिचयम प्राप्नुमः. So first and the most important thing, that there is a lot of material on the slide, please don't read it for now, so pay attention. The first and the most important thing that you need to understand is that kanach and kwasu cannot come as a standalone pratyayas. This is very important. Tavya, tavyat, nishtha, all other pratyayas, ktvalya, all these pratyayas can come as a standalone pratyay. So for example, aniyar pratyay, you can directly say patha plus aniya. Not for kanach and kwasu. Kanach तथा क्वसु प्रत्ययौ सामान्य भूतकालस्य निर्देशार्थं लिट् लकारस्य आदेश रूपेण एव भवतः तादृशः साक्षात् धातोः न भवतः. That also वैदिक प्रयोगानां साधुत्व ज्ञापनार्थं. So except for sada, vasa and shru, three corner cases which are used in the bhasha, this kanach and kwasu pratyayas are only in the Vedas, and that is probably the reason why most of you have not studied or not even heard of these pratyayas before. You might have heard tavyak, stavyat, aniyar, tavat. They are very well known pratyayas, but not kanach and kwasu. Why? Because nobody really cares. They are the pratyayas in the Vedas. So samanya bhutakalasya nirdeshartham lit lakarasya adesha rupena vaidika prayoganam sadhutva jnapanartham pathitau stha. Kwasu pratyayah. So that's a special case. Bhashayam sadavasa shruvaha. So kwasu pratyayah sadavasa shru ityetebhya dhatubhya bhashayam api prayujyate. Only three dhatus. Now having said that, there is a statement which says nirankushaha kavayaha. Nirankushaha kavayaha. Poets cannot be bound by the rules of the grammar. Poets have their creativity flowing everywhere. Therefore, ironically, bhinnaihi kavibhihi anekanam bhinnanam dhatunam kwasu pratyanta rupasya prayogaha swarachanasu krutaha asti. You can see the kwasu pratyayanta form, specifically kwasu, not the kanach, but kwasu pratyayanta forms used by various poets, including Kalidasa, in many of their creations. So all that we can say is these are apaniniya forms, or these are beyond the framework of Paninian grammar, but these forms exist. So for example, Raghuvamshe tam tasthivam sam nagaropakanthe stha dhatoh kwasu pratyayanta rupam तस्य द्वितीय एकवचनम् अस्ति तस्थिवस् तस्य तस्थिवां तस्थिवां सौ तस्थिवां सः तस्थिवां सं तस्थिवां सौ. So there's a तस्थिवां सम form which is present over here. So here he just freely uses it. How do we justify it in Paninian grammar? We cannot. We say this is a non-Paninian form. we will be able to derive it. I mean, we have sutras, we can apply the sutras and we can derive. But at the end of the day, we should understand that this is a non-Paninian form. Now, because many poets have defined Kwasu Pratyaya. For example, if you look at Ashtadhyayi Sahaja Bodha book, the book gives the detailed prakriya for Kwasu Pratyaya for all dhatus. So as long as you have the sutras in action, you can apply these sutras and create Kwasu Pratyanta forms for all dhatus, but they are all outside the framework of Paninian grammar. So you need to make a note that ete sarve apaniniya prayogaha parantu tatra nirankushaha kavayaha iti vidhanenaiva tatra tesham sadhutvam asmabhihi vaktum shakyate. So somebody is saying, I have also seen such forms in Narayaniyam. So yeah, so many such forms you will see. Actually, Kwasu Pratyanta forms are quite popular in the literature. And that is the reason I'm spending 2 full classes today and tomorrow for teaching the Kanach and Kwasu. Had it been only the Vaidika context, I could have just made a running reference and went ahead. But Kwasu Pratyaya is actually very, very commonly used. So while I do not want to spend a detailed set of classes on Prakriya of Kwasu Pratyaya, but still I will discuss all the basic steps and then you can work out the Prakriya whenever you see such a form. So understand this, and this is a very important point over here. Are you allowed to use Kwasu Pratyanta forms for random verbs in your sentences? The answer is no. Panini Maharshi does not allow, not even Panini, not just Panini, but Bhashyakara, Vartikakara, none of them actually allow Kwasu Pratyaya outside the 3 dhatus. So the only 3 dhatus for which Kwasu Pratyaya is actually allowed in the language is Sada, Vasa and Shru. Outside these 3 dhatus, you are not allowed to use Kwasu Pratyaya in your language. But if Kalidasa has used it, and if you want to derive it, you will need a basic knowledge of the grammar. That is what we will build over these 2 days. So the plan of action for our Kwasu Pratyaya and Kanach Pratyaya study is not as detailed as Nishtha. We are not going to spend multiple classes in understanding the Prakriya. We are just going to understand the basic aspects of the Prakriya, which will enable you to derive all these forms on your own. Whenever you come these across, you should not be using it in your own sentences. This is an important point. Neither Panini Maharshi nor Patanjali allow you. So it's not like Panini has said it's in the Chandas, but Maharshi Patanjali has said it is also seen in the language. No. All of them, they are very clear that these are only Chandasa Pratyayas, but who can stop the poets? That's why we say Nirankushaha Kavayaha. They are not bound by the language rules of the grammar. They do whatever they want to do freely. Our job, if you want, is to get equipped in such a way that we can derive these forms on our own. So atra भिन्नैः कविभिः अन्येषां धातूनां क्वसु प्रत्ययान्तस्य प्रयोगः स्वरचनासु कृतः दृश्यते. Now comes something very interesting. What is the fundamental difference between Kwasu and Kanach Pratyaya? Let me explain this in one line and then I'm going to do a lot of myth busting. So simplest answer. Kwasu Pratyayaha kevalam parasmai padibhyah dhatubhyah eva prayujyate. Kanach Pratyayaha kevalam atmane padibhyah dhatubhyah eva prayujyate. So if a dhatu is ubhaypadi, obviously you can use both. But understand this. Kwasu Pratyayaha kevalam parasmai padibhyah dhatubhyah तथा च कानच प्रत्ययः केवलम आत्मने पदेभ्यः धातुभ्यः. This is a clear distinction. So it is not, to be very honest, it is not like lit or kanach or kwasu. If the dhatu is parasmaipadi, it is only lit or kwasu. If dhatu is atmanepadi, it is only lit or kanach. And if it is ubhaypadi, it can be lit or kwasu or kanach. So understand this. Atmanepadebhyah dhatubhyah kwasu pratyayah na vidhiyate. Why do I do a negation? Because then when I negate Atmanepada, what is left is Parasmaipada and Ubhaypada. So for both of them is possible. So Kwasu Pratyayaha Atmanepadibhya Dhatubhya na vidhiyate, Kanach Pratyayaha Parasmaipadibhya Dhatubhya na vidhiyate. With this background, let us actually focus on the words Parasmaipada and Atmanepada. One very important point to understand is that Parasmaipada and Atmanepada are the terms not for the dhatus but for the pratyayas. Understand this very carefully. The sutram laf parasmai padam all the way towards the end of 1.4. Laf parasmai padam ityanena sutrena parasmai pada iti samnya bhavati. This is a samnya sutram. It gives a samnya called parasmai pada. कस्य संज्ञा भवति लहा इत्युक्ते लकारस्य स्थाने ये केऽपि प्रत्ययाः विधीयन्ते तेषां परस्मैपदम् इति संज्ञा भवति. So the sutram 1499 laf parasmaipadam says that lakarasya sthane vidyamanaah adeshaah sarve api parasmaipada samyakaah bhavanti. So what all lakarasya sthane kim kim bhavati? Tip, tas, jhi, sip, thas, tha, mip, vas, mas, ta, atam, jha, thas, atham, dhvam, id, vahi, mahim, shatru, shanach, kwasu, kanach. So all these pratyayas, whatever I spoke right now, including ta, atam, jha, and so on, all of them become parasmai samyaka by this particular sutram. लकारस्य स्थाने विद्यमानाः सर्वे अपि आदेशाः परस्मै सम्यकाः भवन्ति. How many adeshas? Exactly 22 adeshas are there. There are 18 given by the Tiptas Ji, 24. Sorry, 24. So 18 adeshas are given by Tiptas Ji. No, 22. 22 more adeshas, Shatru and Shanach, given by, it's written over here, I got confused. Dvavimshati adeshaha. 2 more sutras, right? So let us Shatru Shanachava Prathama Samanadhikarane Anena Sutrena let lakarasya sthane Shatru tatha Shanach eto adesho bhavataha. So these two, and what we are seeing right now, let Kana, Jwa and Kwasusha, these are 2 more. So you have Tiptasji, those 18, plus 2 more Shatru and Shanach, that's 20, plus 2 more Kanach and Kwasu, 22. These 22 pratyayas are called parasmai pada. Dhatu is not called parasmai pada. Pratyayas are called parasmai pada. Having said that, lakarasya sthane vidhiyamanaah sarve pratyayaah parasmai pada samyakaah bhavanti iti prapte agrimam sutram tanganavaatmanepadam ityanena lakarasya sthane vidyamanaah tang tatha an, this should be full an adeshaah atmanepada samyakaah api bhavanti. So you have all those 18 which are parasmai pada. Inside that 18 there is a small tang pratyahara. You can actually go to the pratyaharas and see that there is a ting pratyahara, which is this one. Look at this. There is a ting pratyahara, which is a well-known pratyahara, all 18 of them. But if you go to the middle, this ta, and go all the way till the end, this is the tang pratyahara, which is also written over here. Tang pratyahara is there. So this tang pratyahara, those 9 pratyayas are also called atmanepadam. So these now get 2 samnyas. First, they get parasmai pada samnya by the previous sutra. By this sutra, they get the atmanepada samnya. So tangana atmanepadam and an. What is an? Kanach is an. You can hear the sound. Kanach. When ka goes away, cha goes away, that is called an. And shanach. So sha goes away, cha goes away, that is an. So kanach pratyaya and shanach pratyaya, these pratyayas are can also be represented by an, and therefore these also become atmanepada. So lakarasya sthane vidyamanaah tang, the 9 of them, and an, this should be full na, this is a typing mistake, an adeshaha, that is the kanacha and shanacha, these 2. So remember there were 22 total. Out of that exactly 11 of them, the 9 tang and the 2 an, these 11 of them get the atmanepada samnya. So what is happening? 22 of them are being called parasmai padam and 11 of them are also being called atmanepadam. It's also. So the other will be only called parasmai padam. The remaining 11 will be called parasmai padam as well as atmanepadam. Having said that, this sutra appears in the adhikara called akadara deka samya. So the adhikara starts at 141, ends at kadara karmadhari 2238. So by akadarad eka samnya, this is called eka samnya adhikara. Eka samnya adhikare eka eva samnyas anumanyate. So words cannot get more than one samnya in the eka samnya adhikara. So akadarad eka samnya ekasya eka eva samnya bodhya ya para anavakasha cha. So if there is a conflict, whichever is the next samnya that is given, only that samnya is applicable. So I can keep on talking about the akadara deka samnya, eka samnya adhikara, but let's not go in the details. By akadara deka samnya, as soon as atmanepada samnya comes, the parasmaipada samnya vanishes, it goes away. Therefore, the conclusion is that 9 pratyayas tiptasji sipthasta mipvasma are parasmaipada. Remaining 9, ta atam jatha satham dom idvahimahin, are atmanepada. And then Shatru is Parasmaipada, Shanach is Atmanepada, and Kwasu is Parasmaipada, Kanach is Atmanepada. So that's written over here. Anena prakarena Vartamana Sutrena Ekadasha Adeshanam Atmanepada Samnya Bhavati, Iyam Samnya Eka Samnyadhikare Pathita Asti, Ataha Lak Parasmaipadam Anena, Etesham Ekadasha Pratyanam Parasmaipada Samnyayam Apipraptayam Vartamana Sutrena Nishedhaha, Ataha Etesham Kevalam Atmanepada Samnya Eva Bhavati. So why did I spend so much time? The Kwasu Pratyaya is Parasmai Pada Samnyaka. Kanach Pratyaya is Atmane Pada Samnyaka. And where do the words Parasmai Padi and Atmane Padi come up? Parasmai Padam Asya Asti Saha Parasmai Padi. So when you say Parasmai Padi, it's actually Parasmai Padan. Innanta Shabda Asti. Parasmai Padi iti Vadamashit Saha Dhatuhu. Parasmai Padam iti Vadamashit Saha Pratyaya. So laf parasmai padam ittenena kwasu pratyayah parasmai pada samnyakaha bhavati ataha yebhyah dhatubhyah noche saha pratyayah yebhyah dhatubhyah vidhiyate te dhatavah parasmai padinah bhavanti. So in 1.3 prathamaha adhyayah tritiyah padaha Panini explicitly lists down what all dhatus get parasmai pada pratyayas, what all dhatus get atmane pada pratyayas, what all dhatus can get atmane pada pratyayas under certain conditions, and so on. So that's the ubhay pada. The last category is the ubhay pada actually. So under certain condition atmane pada, some other conditions parasmai pada. So all these has been listed down, and based on that, the dhatus are called parasmai padi dhatus or atmane padi dhatus. So this particular statement actually is a nonsense statement. When you say Atmane Padibhyaha Dhatubhyaha, it already means that the dhatu gets only Atmane Pada Pratyayas, and that's why it is called Atmane Padi. So you don't go reverse traffic and say Ayam Dhatu Atmane Padi Asti Ataha Asmat Dhato Parasmai Padasya Pratyaya Na Bhavanti. That's not the way we talk. Ideally, we should talk Ayam Asmat Dhato Atmane Padasya Pratyaya Eva Bhavanti Ataha Saha Atmane Padi Dhatu Asti. And Kutra Jnayate Asmat Dhato Atmane Padasya Pratyaya Bhavanti Tatra Prathamadhyaya Tritiya Pade Anudattanyita Atmane Padam Bhava Karmanoho Kartari Karma Vyatihare, and so on up to all the way till the end of 1.3. You have a clear classification of which dhatus get Atmane Pada Pratyayas and which dhatu gets Parasmai Pada Pratyayas, and so on. So coming back to the discussion, Kwasu Pratyaha Parasmai Pada Samnyakaha, Kanach Pratyaha Atmane Pada Samnyakaha. Now you understand who gets Kwasu and who gets Kanach. The important point, as I mentioned earlier, lit lakarasya adesha rupena eva ete pratyayah sakshat dhatoho na vidhiyate ataha prakriyayam lit lakara vishishtam dvitva karyam krutva eva rupam siddhyati. That's very important. As soon as you say it comes as an adesha to the lit lakara, it means all the dvirvachana and other stuff is going to pop up there. Lit dhato ranabhyasasya iti lit lakarasya kara vishay dvirvachanam bhavati. So lit lakara always has dvirvachana. Gama becomes jagama. So dadarsha, we saw 5 minutes ago, papatha, lilekha, dadarsha. So all these you get dvirvachana. Dvirvachana is dvitva. In case of lit lakara, you always get a dvitva, and therefore when you have lit lakara, you will get a dvitva, and then kanach and kwasu will come. So pacha plus lit ityatra, pacha plus kanach. You can do the adesha first. So adesha can be done first. You don't have to do the ditva immediately. So atra prathamam adesha bhavati kimartham? Follow the flow chart. Adesha is somewhere in the step number 3-4. Dvitva will come a little later. So kanach ityatra, pacha plus kanacha, pacha plus ana, pacha dvitvam, pacha ana, haladisheshaha pa pacha ana, pecha ana, pechana iti atra antimam rupam siddhyati. Similarly, kwasu pratyasya vishaye, pacha plus lita, pacha plus kwasu, pacha plus vasa, pacha vasa, and so on. Pechi vasa. So अनेन प्रकारेण पेचान तथा पेचिवस इति अत्र रूपद्वयं सिद्ध्यति. So we will not go in the detailed prakriya of lit lakara, but we will quickly walk through the cases of important sutras of dvirvachana and a few more things related to the kanach and vasu pratyas. Now, before we actually enter into the prakriya, the point that I want to emphasize is using kanach and kwasu pratyanta forms in the sentences. Again, you cannot use them on your own sentences, but while inspecting, while analyzing the existing sentences, you can see tatra kanach tatha kwasu pratyoha vishaye karma padam dvitiya vibhaktau asti. So if you go back a few slides, see somam papivan, somam sushuvanaha. So here you see the karma padam in the dvitiya. Now this is not common. कर्तृकर्मणोः कृति इत्यनेन कृत् प्रत्ययस्य विषये कर्मपदस्य षष्ठी एव भवेत्. सो पुस्तकस्य लेखकः नो चेत् पुस्तकस्य पाठकः. whenever you have a particular karma, so aham pustakam pathami, as soon as you start changing this statement to say use a vul pratyaya, aham pustakasya pathakah no chet lekhakah. So the karma pada will always go to shashti. This is kartrukarmanoh kruti. We have seen this, but specifically when it comes to the kanach and kwasu pratyas, the kartrukarmanoh kruti, this shashti gets blocked by this very well known sutra. This should be known by now. Nalokavya nishtha khalarthatrunam. So anena sutrena, we studied this sutra while talking about the nishtha pratyaya. So anena sutrena kartrukarmanoh kruti ityanena prapta shashti nishidhyate atah karmani dvitiya iti dvitiya eva bhavati. The question is, where is kwasu and kanach in this sutra? So nishtha, it was simple. So nishtha is there, but where is kwasu and kanach in the sutram? So the answer is kwasu and kanach in the sutram are represented by this word called la. The breakup of this sutra is la, u and ukka. There is a double ukara over there. That Prashlesha I'll explain at some other point in time. But la, u, ukka, avyaya, nishtha. Look at this. La, u, ukka, avyaya, nishtha, khalartha, and trun. So these are all the pratyayas that are being discussed over here. La over here indicates lakara. Lakarasya sthane vidhiyamanaha adeshaha. So this single lakara captures shatru, shanach, kwasu, and kanach. It cannot capture all the ting pratyas because in case of ting, this sutra is anyway not applicable. Kartrukarmanoh krutihi represents the context of the krudantas. So kruti atra asti. Atah ayam निषेधः कस्य निषेधः अस्ति? कर्तृकर्मणोः कृति इत्यस्य निषेधः अस्ति. कर्तृकर्मणोः कृति इति सूत्रं केवलं कृत् प्रत्ययानां विषये एव, अतः अयं निषेधः अपि कृत् प्रत्ययानां विषये एव. So what are the कृत् सम्यक आदेशास of lakara, kanach, kwasu, which are being discussed today, and shatru, shanach, which will be discussed right in the next week. So shatru, shanach, kanach, and kwasu etesham विषये एव अस्य सूत्रस्य अत्र प्रसक्तिः. अतः so see this la इति shatru shanachau तथा च कानच क्वसु. Plus there are two more pratyas ki, kin, adrugamah, na, janak, kikinau, lecture. So we'll talk about these when we study ki and kin pratyaya. You can ignore these for now. But shatru, shanach, kanach, and kwasu. So odanam pachan, odanam pachati ityasa sthane odanam pachan asti. ओदनं पचमानः, ओदनं पचते इत्यस्य स्थाने ओदनं पचमानः, ओदनस्य पचमानः नास्ति. So this is shanach, this is shatru. This next two are kanach and kwasu, pechana and pechivan. We derived them on the last slide. So pechanah, odanasya pechanah iti na odanam pechanah. Tatra karma padam agacchati dvitiya, sorry, karma padasya dvitiya bhavati. Atra api odanam pechivan karma padasya atra dvitiya vibhakti bhavati. So kanach तथा क्वसु प्रत्ययोः प्रयोगे कर्मपदस्य द्वितीया विभक्तिः एव प्रयुज्यते इति अत्र स्मर्तव्यम्. Let's talk a little bit about the prakriya for these kanach and kwasu pratyas. As I mentioned, the most important point in the prakriya is the dvitva related to the lit lakara. The steps are written over here on the screen. I'm just going to quickly walk through. They are same as our flowchart. We have krud vritti to start with. We have itsamnya lopa prakritika karyam and so on. So krud vritti, you can write the krud vritti using say lit lakara, lung lakara, or nishtha pratyay is also okay. because they are samanya bhuta. So you can write a krud vritti using nishtha pratyas. If you want, you can write using lang lakar also. That's acceptable for our course. So krud vritti भिन्नैः प्रकारैः भूतकालस्य निर्देशार्थं कृद् वृत्ति भवितुमर्हति. तदनन्तरं normal steps, itsavnyam लोप प्राकृतिक कार्यं प्रत्यय विवक्षायां धातु परिवर्तनम and so on. Understand, these are both ardha dhatuka pratyas. Kanach is also ardha dhatuka, vasu is also ardha dhatuka. So all that aster, bhu and so on, adecha upadesheshiti, everything will come. Lakara pratyay vidhanam, lakara pratyay se adeshaha. Here you can directly attach the lit pratyaya and lit will get converted to kanach and kwasu. Everything can happen at this particular stage. Tadanantaram, next step is upapada samasaha. Atra upapada samasaha na vidyate. Is just direct dhatu. Tadanantaram सामान्य रूपेण अस्माभिः इडागमः क्रियते. Usually we will do the idagama, the next step in the flow chart. परंतु here अत्र लिंग लकार lit लकार विशिष्टम द्वित्वम अत्र प्रारंभे करणीयम. So we should do that. This is kind of deviation from the steps, but this is what the commentaries explicitly say you have to do this. I'm going to talk about this again tomorrow in tomorrow's class when we talk about the commentaries. So lit lakara vishishtam dvitvam, dvitva sambandhi yat kimapi karyam asti tat sarvam karaniyam. So not just the dvitva, but complete the whole process. Say there is a hasvaha, haladi sheshaha, urat, maybe some samprasaranam happens because of dvitva, maybe some savarna dirgha happens, varna karya, maybe some tripadi karya happens. You do everything, wrap up everything. I have not written tripadi karya over here because I prefer keeping it all the way at the end to avoid all the asiddhatva confusion. But even if you keep tripadi karya aside, everything else you should complete this in this 6 steps. So I call it 6A. Tatra lit lakara vishishtam dvitvam, dvitva sambandhi karyam, tadanashangena jayamanam, samprasaranam, angakaryam, varnakaryam, sarvam atra karaniyam. Tadanantaram agre idagamaha karaniya. This is kind of deviation typically because in case of lit lakara, you will do the idagama. The idagama will force some kind of angakarya. You will do that angakarya and then you can do the dvitva, because based on that flow, there is a sutram called dvirvachanechi, which is taught in the sthanivad bhava prakaranam. Sthanivada desho nal vidhau, achaf parasmin purva vidhau, napadam tadvirvachana vareyo lopasvara savarnanuswara dirgha gesture vidhishu, and dvirvachanechi. So that dvirvachanechi sutram is very crucial when it comes to this flow, and it will tell you that you can do the idagama vishishtam karyam krutva tadanantaram dvirvachane kartavye ajadeshah sthanivad bhavati. So this, even a slight change in this prakriya is going to cause an imbalance for that sutra, but that's a completely different discussion. Again, I don't want to venture into that details. I'm going to again touch upon that point tomorrow. That's why I gave an introduction. That's the reason tomorrow's class we will have some detailed shastra discussion and we will retouch the discussion of dvirvachanichi in tomorrow's class. But for now, you can just understand that lit lakara vishishtam dvitvam, dvitva sambandhi karyam, all these have to be completed, including the savarna dirgham. And then comes something very, very interesting. Kwasu pratyaya is sometimes eligible for idagama. And therefore, atra kwasu pratyasya idagama bhavati. Understand this. Kwasu is a vashadi pratyaya. It starts with a vakara. So ardhadhatukasya idvaladehe ityanim tasya idagame prapte ned vashikruti iti idagamaha tatra nishidhyate. Vakaradi pratyayas do not get idagama in general or anywhere. I mean, in the Kridanta Prakaranam, ned vashikruti iti atra vakarasya idagamaha nishidhyate. Parantu vishesha rupena kwasu pratyasya idagamartham sutra dvayam pathitam asti. So if you go to this nishtha pratyaya idagama list, I mean, this is a handy list, so I've kept it over. Nothing to do with nishtha pratyas. But if you go over here, you can see that there is somewhere kwasu pratyasa. So this, look at this, 7267 vasve kajad ghasam ityatra vasu ityukte kwasu pratyasa idagamaha तथा च विभाषा गमहन विदविषाम इत्यत्रापि क्वसु प्रत्ययस्य वैकल्पिकः idagama. So one sutram gives the compulsory idagama, other sutram gives the vaikalpika idagama. We saw this sutram in case of nishtha because as soon as there is a vaikalpika idagama, yasya vibhasha will kick in for the nishtha. So that we have studied, at least not studied, referenced while studying the nishtha pratyas. But these two sutras, nothing other than that. But these two sutras will give idagama for the vasu pratyaya. सो तत्र क्वसु प्रत्ययस्य इडागमस्य किञ्चित् चिन्तनं करणीयं तदनन्तरम् अग्रे अन्यानि सोपानानि अङ्गकार्यमस्ति उत्तरपदाधिकारिकार्यं तु नास्ति एव वर्णकार्यं नथिंग रिलेटेड टू अभ्यास अदर वर्णकार्यं so other varnakaryam tripadikaryam so all these steps are crucial when it comes to the prakriya of kanach and क्वसु प्रत्ययस् तत्र मुख्य रूपेण किं लिट् लकारः अस्ति लिट् लकार विशिष्टं तत्र द्वित्वम् and not just द्वित्वं परन्तु द्वित्व सम्बन्धि सर्वं कार्यम् I am going to show that explicitly worked out either later in today's class or tomorrow everything we have to do and then tatra agre क्वसु प्रत्ययस्य इडागमः क्रियते. The funny thing over here, I'll just quickly mention over here that we have two sutras for the idagama, as I mentioned. One is vasvekajadhasam, agrimam asti vibhasha gamahana vidavisham. Vibhasha gamahana vidavisham ityasya vishaye atra sequence reverse bhavati. So for this, when the vibhasha idagama comes, you first do the idagama and then you do the dvitvam. But for all other cases, you first do the dvitvam and then do the idagama. So a little complex, and I'll walk you in complete details. For now, just understand that there is a dvitva and there is an idagama. These two things are new when it comes to the क्वसु प्रत्यय. So द्वित्वस्य विषये किञ्चित् वदामः. द्वित्वस्य विषये लिट् लकारः अस्ति तत्र लिटि धातोरनभ्यासस्य इत्यनेन सूत्रेण द्वित्वं भवति. लिटि परतः अनभ्यासस्य धातोः अवयवस्य प्रथमस्य एकाचः द्वितीयस्य वा यथा योगं द्वे भवतः. We don't need to go in any of this extra details. Ekacho dve prathmasya ajadir dvitiyasya, all that is coming as an anuvritti or context over here. Yatra dvitvam na krutam asti tatra dvitvam bhavati ityeva atra ashayah. So liti paratah dhatoho avayavasya prathamaha ekachah dvitiyasya va yatha yogyam dve bhavatah. So dvitvam is basically two being born out of one. So instead of gamma, you write gamma plus gamma. Patha, you write patha plus patha. And then as soon as you do dvitva, we have a certain set of abhyasa karyas. We have seen this multiple places in the past. So the same table has been copied over here. Uratta abhyase rukaraha asti chet tasya akaradeshah bhavati. So kru becomes kru plus kru. This kru becomes kara. Abhyasasya ka vargiya varnasya hakarasya cha vargadeshah bhavati. Give me just 1 minute, please. Sorry. So kuhostuhu ityanena ka vargiya varnasya hakarasya cha vargadeshah bhavati. So ka becomes cha, ga will become ja, ha will become jha, and so on. Haladisheshah ityanena prathama hal varnah shushate. Hrasva ityanena dirgha asti chet hrasvadeshah bhavati. Tadanantaram tripadikaryam asti abhyase charcha ityanena chartvam bhavati no chet jashtvam bhavati. So that char cha is present over there to either do jashtva or chartva appropriately. So here, for example, these are all examples of jashtva. So jha becomes the becomes the, for example. So all these are essentially the abhyasa karyas. Etesham sarvesham prayoga tatra prarambhe karaniya. So you do the dvitva, you do abhyasa karya. After doing abhyasa karya, if there are any other varna karyas, you should do that. And all the way at the end, after that, you should do the idagama. So idagamasya vishaye idanim sutra dvayam asmaya uktam. Tesham adhyanam krutva idanim viramamah. So I think the plan for today is just to study these two idagama related sutras. That's it. So क्वसु प्रत्ययस्य idagama vyavastha. We have half an hour more. Let's क्वसु प्रत्ययस्य idagama vyavastham दृष्ट्वा अद्य विरमामः. तदनन्तरं श्वस्तनवर्गे सम्पूर्णरूपेण विस्तारेण प्रक्रियायाः अध्ययनं कुर्मः. So as I mentioned, क्वसु प्रत्ययस्य विषये तत्र प्रारम्भे तु अन्येषां विषये इडागमः न भवति. सामान्य रूपेण इडागमः धातूनां विषये न भवति. क्वसु इति वलाद्यार्धधातुक प्रत्ययः अस्ति. आर्धधातुकस्य इड् वलादेः इत्यनेन अस्य इडागमः भवितुमर्हति. परन्तु अयं वशाधिकृत् प्रत्ययः अस्ति. नेड् वशीकृति इत्यनेन अस्य इडागमः निषिध्यते. अतः सामान्य रूपेण इडागमः न भवति. Asya apavada dvayam. Only two sutras वस्वेकाजाद घसाम. Very simple sutra. Vasu एकाच at ghasam. So ekach, a dhatu which has only one letter. At, akarant dhatus. And ghasam, ghas iti vishishta rupena ad ityasya yah adeshah bhavati sah adeshah. So three things. Dvit vasu ekach at. So ekach iti pashamah, ekah swarah, ekah ajvarnah. द्वित्व प्रक्रियायाः अनन्तरं संपूर्णं द्वित्व कार्यं वर्ण कार्यं यदा क्रियते. सो द्वित्व प्रक्रियायाः अनन्तरं अभ्यासस्य एकादेशे कृते. एकादेश means if there is a varna karya that happens, you have to do all the varna karya. So if you go back to the previous slide, this is very crucial. You cannot just stop by doing dvitva. You have to do dvitva, all other karyas, whatever urata, hasva, and so on. Samprasaranam bhavati chet shastanavarge pashama. There is a possibility of samprasaranam, you do that. There is some other anga karyam, you do that. There is varna karyam, say savarna dirgha happens between the abhyasa and the entity after that. You do all these things, wrap up everything, and then go to the next step. So तत्र तदेव अत्र उक्तमस्ति द्वित्व प्रक्रियायाः अनन्तरं धातु अभ्यासस्य एकादेशे कृते येषु धातुषु एकः स्वरः अवशिष्यते. Why? Because this ekacha word is very tricky. Yatra yatra dvitvam bhavati tatra ekach katham bhavitum arhati. Even if the original dhatu has one swara, you do a dvitva and it will be two swaras. So then ekach and vasu pratyay cannot go hand in hand if there is a dvitva. So this is a explanation over there. तत्र द्वित्वं करोतु, द्वित्वं कृत्वा तदनन्तरं सवर्ण दीर्घं नो चेत् कश्चन अन्यः सन्धिः भवितुम् अर्हति, यस्माद् अनन्तरम् एकः एव स्वरः अवशिष्यते, कश्चन लोपः भवति, तस्माद् अनन्तरम् एकः एव स्वरः अवशिष्यते, तर्हि तत् सर्वं कृत्वा तदनन्तरं येषु धातुषु एकः स्वरः अवशिष्यते तेभ्यः विहितस्य वसु प्रत्ययस्य नित्यम् इडागमः भवति. So other dhatus will not have it. But let's take this example. Ad iti dhatuः अस्ति. द्विर्वचनम द्वित्वं कृत्वा अद प्लस अद, हलादिशेषं कृत्वा अ प्लस अद, सवर्ण दीर्घं कृत्वा आद. That place you move ahead. So आद इति भवति चेत् इदानीम् एकः एव स्वरः, अतः अत्र इडागमः भवति. So आद plus it plus was. This is only for kwasu pratyaya, not for kanach. So आद plus it plus was Adivas. So ka is it. The prakriya is very simple. Ada plus e, adi plus was, adivas. Because ukara itsamnyaka asti, kakara itsamnyaka asti, vasa iti avashishyate, adivas. Pacha ityasya dvirvachanam krutva pecha iti bhavati. Tatra puna ekah eva swaraha asti. Ataha idagamam krutva pechivas. Shaka shekivas. So yatra yatra dvitva karyam. So I don't want to go in the detailed prakriya of dvitva karyam, but yatra yatra dvitva karyam krutva ekah eva swaraha tatra ante avishishyate tasya agre idagamaha tasmat vihitasya vasu pratyasya idagamaha bhavati. So that is ekach. Then at akaranta dhatu asti chet tatra idagama bhavati. Then you don't have to count the swaras. So akaranta dhatoh dhatubhyah kwasu pratyay pare kwasu pratyasya nityam idagamah bhavati. Ya becomes ya. Hrasvam krutva ya. Now obviously there are two swaras, but you don't really care. It's akaranta dhatu. So yayivas, ya plus e plus vasa, yayivas. Stha tasthivas, the form that we saw earlier. Stha dvitve krute tastha iti bhavati, tasthivas. So that's the akaranta dhatus. And third is ghas. Vasu ekach at ghasam. So ghas iti tatra antima dhatuh. Ghas is an adesha for other dhatu. So other, same other dhatu whose example we saw over here. Asya other dhatoh lit lakarasya upasthitau घस इति विकल्पेन आदेशः भवति. अदधातोः लिट् लकारस्य विवक्षायाम्, it's all the way in the ardha dhatuka adhikara 2.4. So lit lakarस्य विवक्षायां घस इति आदेशः भवति. तस्य क्वसु प्रत्ययस्य नित्यमिडागमः भवति. So then it is neither akaranta dhatu nor it is basically ekach after doing the dvitva, but you still do the dirghade idagama, you get jakshivas. So very beautiful prakriya. We are going to discuss the prakriya for Jaksi Vasa in tomorrow's class in details. So as I mentioned, today is basically building the background. The prakriyas will be discussed tomorrow. So that is the first of the two sutras. Vasve kajat ghasam ityatra vasu pratyasya idagama uktah asti. कस्य कस्य विषये एकाच धातुः अस्ति किं नाम एकाच तत्र द्वित्वे कृते सर्वं कार्यं कृत्वा यदि एकः स्वरः अवशिष्यते तर्हि सः एकाच तस्य विषये तत्र वसु प्रत्ययस्य इडागमः करणीयः तदनन्तरम् आकारान्तः धातुः अस्ति चेत् तत्र एकाच भवेत् अनेकाच वा भवेत् तत्र वसु प्रत्ययस्य इडागमः करणीयः तदनन्तरं घस्स इति अद धातोः यः आदेशः भिन्नः विधीयते अद गेट्स एन आदेश कॉल्ड घस्स तस्य स्थाने अपि अत्र दीर्घादि इडागमः करणीयः these three are compulsory cases and then in the next sutra there are four dhatus which are optional so gama hana vid तथा विष एतेभ्यः विहितस्य वसु प्रत्ययस्य अपि च दृशेश्च इति वार्तिकम् अस्ति so that's a fifth dhatu दृश्य इत्यस्मात् विहितस्य क्वसु प्रत्ययस्य विकल्पेन इडागमः भवति so that's the optional gama hana vid is from the tudadi gana विष दृश एतेभ्यः विहितस्य क्वसु प्रत्ययस्य विकल्पेन इडागमः भवति so for example gama if you want to do the idagama it will be jagmivan if you don't want to do the idagama it will be jaganvan typing this mistake this should be jag half na and van jaganvan I'll fix this later on so jagnivan or jaganvan I mean even if you don't know or if you don't understand the prakriya right now see the idagama happening versus idagama not happening that's all we care right now tatra vikalpena idagama bhavati so hanna iti asti jagnivan no ched jagnavan vid iti asti vividivan no ched vividvan pratipadikam likhitam asti I should be uniform everywhere so vividivan or vividvan vish iti asti vivishivan or vivishwan so the e that is coming after sh or the e that is coming after the is the idagama which is optional drusha iti asti dadrushivas or dadrushivan versus dadrushvas or dadrushvan so atra api vikalpena idagamah bhavati so that's all these two basic sutras vasve kaja sam iti ekam sutram विभाषा गमहन विदविषाम इति अपरम सूत्रम इदानीम एतेषां व्याख्यानं पठित्वा समापयामः so a little bit of shastra discussion I want to get it kick started today and then tomorrow we will take it up with the prakriyas so vasvekadad ghasam ityatra kaumudyam likhyate krutadvirvachananam so you do the dvirvachana and everything associated with dvirvachana krutadvirvachananam ekacham adantanam आदंतानाम सॉरी कृतद्विर्वचनानाम एकाचाम आदंतानाम घसेश्च वसोः इट न अन्येषाम very loaded word over here I'm going to explain this न अन्येषाम कः अर्थः अस्ति अन्येषां धातूनां विषये अत्र इडागमः न भवति केवलम् एतेषां कृतद्विर्वचनानां तथा च कृतद्विर्वचनाः कीदृशाः धातवः एकाचः धातवः so that's one आदन्तः धातवः that's two and घस्स इति धातुः that's three so एतेषां त्रयाणां विषये वसु प्रत्ययस्य इडागमः भवति न अन्येषां विषये न भवति now why does he have to say न अन्येषां isn't it obviously clear that वसु प्रत्यय अस्ति अन्येषां विषये कुत्रापि इडागमः न भवति so it's anyway vasu nobody is going to get the idagama so why does he explicitly say nanyesham it's a tricky word it's an overloaded word Bala Manorama explains it let's read this vasvekajat ghasam iti sutram vasu iti avibhaktikah nirdeshah तथा च व्याख्यास्यति वसोः इति now look at this first of all he comments on the word of on the context of ekach he says even if the original dhatu has one swara when you do the dvitva it will anyway have two swara so what does it make sense to say ekach and krutadvirvachanam how can these two go hand in hand so he asks this question nityatvat dvitve krute ekachtvam eva na there is no ekachtvam because you are doing dvitva nityatvat dvitve krute एकाच्त्वमेव न इति कथम इड स्याद् इत्यत आह कृतद्विर्वचनानाम् एकाचां तस्य कः अर्थः कृतेऽपि द्वित्वे एकाचः एव ये अवशिष्यन्ते on doing dvitva and related work. Savarna dirgha is the main work over there, because only savarna dirgha will absorb your swaras, or even yanadesha, for example, it will absorb your swaras. But typically you see savarna dirgha over here. So krutepi dvitve ya ekach eva ye avashishyante tesham iti atra artha. So ned so the next part is very interesting. It's probably more important over here. नेड्वशीकृति इति निषेधं बाधित्वा क्रादिनियमात् सर्वस्य प्राप्तस्य इटः नियमः अयम् इत्याह नान्येषाम् इति. So he is now explaining the meaning of the word nanyesham. He says this nanyesham word is related to this something called as kradiniyama, which is a very important rule. Many of you might have already learned it. It's something that one must know when it comes to lit lakara and the prakriya associated with it. So I'll quickly mention what is kradi niyama, only whatever is required in the current context. The sutra is a 7-13. Let's actually go to the sutra. Kru sru bhru vru stu dru sru shru vo liti iti sutramasti. क्रादि, सो कृ इत्यनेन तस्य प्रारम्भः भवति, अतः अत्र उक्तः नियमः क्रादि नियमः इति उच्यते. So what is the meaning of this sutra? Kru, sru, bhru and so on, this whole list of dhatus ityetesham liti pratyaye idagamah na bhavati. So this is the sutra in the idagama prakaranam 7-13. Let's go to our sheet of the idagama prakaranam. In the nishtha there is a sutra over here 7-13. That's the sutra that we are talking right now. The list of dhatus, kru, sru, bhru, vru, stu, dru, sru, shru. For all these dhatus, lit lakarasya vishaye idagamah na bhavati. The sutra looks very simple on the face of it. Etesham vishaye lit pratyaye pare idagamah na bhavati. Lit lakarasya pratyasya idagamah na bhavati. The point to understand is that almost all these dhatus are actually anit dhatus. So kru, dukroi, karane iti anit dhatu asti. Shru, shrunoti iti anit dhatu asti. Now, if it is an anit dhatu, anyway, the pratyaya will not have the idagama. So why is he again saying liti pratyaya idagama na bhavati? So siddhe sati arambhaha niyamarthaha. The dhatus are already anit. Therefore, the pratyaya will anyway not get the idagama. Having said that, the idagama has been blocked. That's what he says over here. Siddhe sati arambha niyamarthaha kradayaha evaliti anitaha tataha anye setaha. So the whole definition of set versus anit gets completely flipped when it comes to lit lakara. When it comes to lit lakara, you forget about whether the dhatu was set or anit or wait or whatever. You look at this particular niyama, so powerful niyama, that's called kradi niyama. The kradi niyama says that these dhatus which are already anit are anit in the lit lakara, which means other dhatus which were anit are actually set in the lit lakara. So siddhe sati arambha niyamarthaha ete eva lit lakarasya vishaye anitah santi anye sarve setah santi. So when it comes to lit lakara, all dhatus are actually set, and therefore we are now faced with a dilemma. When we come to the vasu pratyaya, because it is an adesha to the lit lakara, the kradi niyam is saying that all dhatus are set, therefore there will be idagama. Vasu pratyaya is saying that because it is a vashadi krut pratyaya, nedvashi kruti will not have an idagama. So it has a conflicting argument from both sides. As long as we are looking at it from the lit point of view, it is a set, so there will be idagama. But when we look at it from the vasu point of view, the idagama is blocked. So what is the final deal? Is idagama going to happen or is idagama not going to happen? So on the top of that conflict lies this sutra Vasvekaja Ghasam, which says only these things will get idagama, na anyesham. So this na anyesham now gains extreme importance over here. Lit lakara is forcing an idagama. Kradi niyama says that except for those 6 dhatus, everybody else will get an idagama. Vasu pratyaya says, no, it is a vashadi krut pratyaya. Ned vashikruti will block the idagama. So what's the deal? Both of them are conflicting. One is saying yes, one is saying no. On the top of that, as a resolution over here, as a verdict over here, comes the sutra Vasvekajat Sam. This sutra says only these dhatus get idagama, nothing else. So now see what is the how important was that Nanyesham word. कृतद्विर्वचनानाम् एकाचाम् अदन्तानां घसेः च वसोः इट न अन्येषाम्. So look at this. नेड वशीकृति इति निषेधं बाधित्वा क्रादिनियमात् सर्वत्र प्राप्तस्य इटः नियमः अयम् इति आह न अन्येषाम्. And then he goes on ahead to explain the forms that are written over here. So Adivan, I explained over here. Other plus other. Ad, Adivan. Arivan, it's basically Ru. Ru plus Ru. You do the Abhyasa Karya, everything else, and it becomes Ar. Again, there is a Savarna Dirgha. A plus A, Ar. So again, it is Ekach. So Akarantasya Udharanani Dadivan, Jakshivan, Dadivan iti. Ghasa ityasya udharanani Jakshivan iti. एषामेव इत्युक्ते किं? सो न अन्येषाम् इति किमर्थं? भू धातुः अस्ति तत्र भू प्लस भू ब प्लस भू. सो ब भू इति तत्र भवति चेत् तत्र इडागमः न भवति, बिकॉज ब भू इज नाइदर आकारांत नॉर एकाच नॉर घस. सो देन यू डू नॉट हैव द इडागम ओवर देयर. सो एतेषाम् एव भवति, अन्येषां न भवति. Those of you who are interested can read Bala Manorama further. I basically wrote this Bala Manorama commentary to explain this particular context of Kradi Niyama. And then let's go to the next sutram and then we will stop. Gama hana vida visham ityetesham vishaye vikalpena idagamaha bhavati vasu pratyayasya. So gama hana vida visha ityetesham dhatunam vasau vibhasha idagama bhavati. This is actually a very weird language. It's not correct because look at this. Dhatu nam idagamaha bhavati. And Kashika is highly inaccurate when it comes to this idagama prakaranam. Every now and then you see this statement like dhatu nam idagama bhavati. That's like, I will cut marks if some student likes like this. Idagama is not for the dhatus, it is for the pratyayas. Kaumudi is very, very peculiar about this. Look at this. Ebhyaha vasoho idva vasu pratyayasya idagama bhavati. But you take all this with a pinch of salt. So dhatuna idagama bhavati means dhatubhya bhitasya pratyasya idagama bhavati. Because if idagama happens to the dhatu by adyantau takitau, it will come at the beginning causing all nonsense. So it is not dhatu's idagama, but take this, I mean take the intended meaning over here. Dhatubhya vihitasya vasu pratyasya vikalpena idagama bhavati iti atra arthaha. Gama iti dhatu asti. So actually this commentary has so many errors. Gama iti dhatu asti. Datta vikalpena idagama. So gama, we are talking about the first one. Vikalpena idagame krute jagmivan iti bhavati. Prakriya, I'll probably, we will not go in the details of this particular prakriya, but I can quickly mention in tomorrow's class, whatever. So let's see. Jagnivan iti bhavati. Nochet jaganvan iti bhavati. So makara becomes nakara. Mono dhatoho iti nakaraha, not correct. Mono, there's again mistake over here. Mono dhatoho is purely for padasya. Go to the sutra 8464, 8264, and so many commentaries have written this in the wrong way. 8264 over here. Mono dhatoho iti sutrena kevalam padasya makarasya nakaradesha bhavati. Padante vidyamanasya makarat. You should not believe in what I say. Let's go to Kashika. Makarantasya dhatoho padasya nakaradesha bhavati. So padasya nakaradesha bhavati iti uktamasti. Here there is no, so gama is not a pada. So jagam is not a pada. So jaganvan ityatra mono dhato ityanena nakaradesha na bhavati. But he was not very wrong. It's the immediate next sutra actually. Moscha iti sutrena. Makara vakara yoho parataha makarantasya dhatoho nakaradesha bhavati. So because there is a vakara in front of it, the makaranta dhatu will get a nakaradesha. So that's the next sutra. Moscha iti nakaradesha bhavati. Anyway, hana, jagnivan, jagnavan, vida, vividivan, vividvan. So in both cases, all cases, you can see this. There is either, there is an optional idagama and idagama is not there in the other option. Vivishivan, vivishvan, and so on. So drusheshcha iti vaktavyam, dadrushivan, dadrushvan, and so on. कौमुदी एभ्यः वसोः इड्वा जग्निमान जग्नमान जगन्वान, sorry, jagniman jaganvan jagniman jaganvan, all the exactly the same thing has been explained over here. So ned vashikruti iti id nishedhah. In other cases, if you don't have an idagama, ned vashikruti iti id nishedhah, drusheshcha iti vartikam asti, dadrushivan dadrushvan iti atra rupam, the rupadvayam siddhiti. So the two important sutras for the idagama, the compulsory one, vasvekajad ghasam, and the optional one, vibhasha gamahana vidavisham iti atra sankshepaha. Somebody is saying dhatu nam ityukte sambandh samanya shashti. So samanya sambandhartham iyam shashti atra prayujyate. So fair enough, acceptable. I mean, I'm not saying this is I mean, you can always justify these. I mean, specifically when it's written in Kashika, you definitely have to justify. We have no qualification, no right, no scholarship to say this is wrong. But I'm saying that this is definitely not as precisely written as, you know, ebhyo vasoho idva. And you can see this kind of pattern in Kashika almost every now and then. Many places in the Idagama Prakaranam, he uses a Shashti and he says Dhatu Nam Idagama Bhavati. This has to be interpreted correctly. Having said that, please do not write like this in the answer paper. I will not believe in any other interpretation of yours. I will not give marks. So when we write, we have to say dhatubhya bhitasya pratyasya idagama bhavati. Don't write dhatunam and give fancy explanation like sambandha samanya shashti and so on. I will not take it. So let's conclude. Actually, that's all that we had here. Two important sutras for the idagama. And then in tomorrow's class, what we are going to do is take these 5 sutras, Chandasi lita, litakhanajva, kvasushcha, bhashayam sadavasa shruvaha, upeivan anashvan anujanascha. So, etesham sarvesham vyakhyanasya adhyanam krutva tadanantaram agre prakriyaha api pashyamaha. So I talked about cutting the marks. So somebody is asking, when is the exam? There is no exam. We just had exam like few months ago. So there is no exam right now, at least not. So we are what on 4th sheet, at least till sheet number 7 or sheet number 8 is completed, there is no exam. So 5, 6, 7, 8. If there is going to be an exam, it will be after sheet number 8, sometimes maybe in March, April or whatever. So no exam in the near future. So samapayamah. Let's take the look at the exercise. Adhodattanam sutranam ekavakyena artham likhata. So one line meaning, that's it. Don't write episodes or after episodes. Chandasi lita litakka anajva kvasushta bhashayam sadavasa shruvaha upeivan anashman anujanasha. So 5 sutras in the sequence, and then 2-3 more sutras for the dvitva prakaranam, hrasvaha haladi sheshaha kuhoschuhu, and then 2 idagama sutras, vasve kajad hasam vibhasha gamahana vidavisham. One line meaning, don't write prakriya, don't write examples, just write one line meaning of these sutras. Ekavakyena artham likhata. And ekavakyena uttarani likhata. So 10 questions where you have to write answers in one line. So kim nama kradi niyamaha. I taught this today. Write it in one line. Vedeshu litlakaraha keshu keshu artheshu prayujyate. Ekavakyena uttaram lekhaniyam. इत्यलं समापयामः. श्वः नियमितरूपेण पुनरेकवारं कक्षा भविष्यति. श्वस्तनवर्गे सर्वेषाम् एतेषां सूत्राणां व्याख्यानानां साहाय्येन अध्ययनं कृत्वा प्रक्रियायाः अपि अध्ययनं कुर्मः, प्रक्रियां पश्यामः. तदनन्तरं परश्वः सैटरडे शनिवासरे अभ्यासचर्चा पाठः अपि भविष्यति. So we have answers for the next 4 homeworks that volunteers will present. समापयामः. अष्टादे जगन्माता यस्य चित्तात् समुत्थिता वेदानाम् उपकाराय तस्मै पाणिनिये नमः. शब्द ब्रह्म समाराध्य कृतवान्यो विलक्षणं सर्वाश्चर्यमिदं शास्त्रं तस्मै पाणिनिये नमः. येन धौता गिरः पुंसां विमलैः शब्दवारिभिः तमश्चाज्ञानजं भिन्नं तस्मै पाणिनिये नमः.